Good morning. Welcome to day 5. Successful resupply at Whispering Pines. I've got a heavy bag all of a sudden. I got a shower, did my laundry, wearing a brand new pair of socks, which is awesome. So far for the trip, I've done 67 miles. Plan today is to get somewhere around 15. There's not a real obvious campsite or creek at 15, but I'm gonna play it by ear and see what I find. That's the plan. I'm about 3.5 miles into the day. I just took a quick break at Pilot Knob Trailhead, and I'm officially, you can kind of tell, officially on these dirt roads, I think for the next 15 miles. So the rest of today, it's all like ATV roads, and motorized access is available and common. It's kind of funny. I rolled down into the trailhead down there, and like a classic dirtbag hiker, I was like sitting in the shade of the sign in the ground, the only place where there's any shade at all to have a snack and filter some water. And then just out of nowhere, there's like 4 side-by-sides and 3 motorcycles show up, which is quite a change, having not seen a single person yesterday. I didn't see anybody till I got to Whispering Pines. I didn't see a single person on trail. So got a feeling I'm gonna see some folks out with their motorized vehicles today. I'm about 8 miles into the day. Taking a little nappy siesta here on the side of the trail. I've eaten some grub and dozed off for probably, I don't know, 5 minutes maybe. Now I'm gonna get going again. I think probably I'll do another, I'd like to do another 7 at least and get around 15, which means I'll probably be dry camping somewhere tonight. There's not a great spot, from what I can tell, to camp between here and the next lake, so I'll probably dry camp after Nemo. Four-wheel road. About 10 miles into the day right now, 10.5 I think. A little bit of a struggle bus today. Haven't been hit by it yet. But I think day 5, big day yesterday, loaded pack coming out of town or coming out of Whispering Pines, and I definitely don't have a lot of oomph today. So I'm thinking probably at about 1.5 miles I do another road crossing, and I think there's water there, and I'll probably load up on water there and then just start looking for a site, see if I can find a place to camp early, get like close to 15, maybe not quite 15 for the day, but it'll give me some more time to relax tonight and rest up and recover a little bit. That's the plan. Good evening. Just wrapping up day 5 from inside the tent. It's pretty early. It's only like 6:30. I've already set up camp, done all my chores, and I'm just gonna chill, do some reading. I was feeling pretty tired today throughout the day, I think because of the longer day yesterday and also carrying the resupply. I had a bunch of extra weight in the pack, so it's kind of slow going, but so I decided to stop just shy of 15, take kind of a leisurely evening, and tomorrow we'll get back to it. And I carried some water up here, so I'm good to dry camp for the night. Good morning, welcome to day 6. Late start today. It's like 9 o'clock right now. It's been raining kind of off and on all night, and still a little bit of rain. The forecast looks like it's going to clear up as the day goes on, which is good. So I'm just packing up, drinking a little bit of coffee. I'm about to hit the trail. So far for the trip, I have done, I think, just short of 82 miles. I think I'll hit the 82 mile mark in like the first couple minutes this morning. The plan for today is to get to Elk Creek, so it's about 15 or 16 miles to get to Elk Creek. Kind of first leg this morning is get to Dalton Lake. Dalton Lake, I can dump some garbage, refill some water, and maybe take care of some bathroom necessities, which would be nice. I've gotten this far in the trip. It's kind of funny to be on a thru hike and have not dug a cat hole yet. Day 6, gotten this far in the trip, I'm like, I wonder if I can make it all the way without doing a cat hole. I think that's going to fall apart tomorrow, but we'll see. Give it a shot. Pretty cool. Dalton Lake. Climbing out of Dalton Lake and back to single track trail, which is pretty awesome. Overall, I'd say the ATV roads, they weren't horrible. I'm definitely glad that I wasn't doing that stretch during the weekend. Probably only saw like 30 or so, all side by sides, a few motorcycles, I guess. But the thing that's annoying is that they travel in these like gangs. So you have like 10 roll up at one time. So that was kind of annoying. But anyways, glad to be back on the trail, going through this really cool stretch according to everything I've heard from here to Elk Creek, which is where I plan on camping tonight. So that's still probably about 12 miles from here. So got a lot of work to do, but it's supposed to be a cool stretch. And for now, the morning rain has subsided and it's cool and feels good. So things are looking good. Time to just put my head down and see what's around the next bend. First sunlight of the day. It feels good. It's rainy for a couple hours, just kind of sprinkling, but then almost kind of cold in the shade and overcast for sure. But it looks like now behind me, which is the direction I'm going, it's starting to break up. Still just cruising along. I think about 13 miles into the day. I'd like to go another 3 or so to get down to Elk Creek, and I ran into a group of 4 that were through hiking, and they had a recommendation on a possible site after the final crossing, so I'm going to look for that. That makes a total of 9 Centennial Trail through hikers that I've seen so far. 9 total. Today's been pretty quiet. I saw those folks before I even left camp, and I saw 2 day hikers, and I saw a party like 10 ATVs when I was at one of the trailheads, but they don't really count. So still moving along, tired, but heading in the right direction. There's the water source, the Elk River. Just crossed it a handful of times. Going down the trail. And the beta that the other hiker gave me was spot on. There's a perfect site right here, just big enough for my little tent. I'm excited to be here. Cool making it to this little site. This is a very different zone, just vegetation wise, from what I've seen so far. Like, I'm still kind of in a bit of what I believe to be limestone canyon, and just the vegetation around here is so different. There's all these oak trees, not just ponderosa pine. You got a whole different zone here. I saw a whole bunch of poison oak earlier, like kind of all over the trail, so I'm sure I've touched that, or it's touched the hiking poles and I've touched the hiking poles, so hopefully that doesn't cause any problems. But excited to be at camp. My right foot is hurting a little bit, so got here just in time. Good evening. Just wrapping up day 6. Things went well. I ended up getting right about where I wanted to get, about 16 miles. The site that was recommended is exactly where they said it was going to be, and it's just big enough for my tent, which is great. Gives me some time to kind of hydrate up and get some food in me, and I'm just shy, I think, of mile marker 98. So I've got a marathon to go. I've got 26 miles to go. On my optimistic moments, I'm like, oh, I should bang it out tomorrow. But I think I'm going to stick with the plan and do a pretty short day tomorrow. 11 miles or just under 12 miles to Alkali Creek and camp there. And that leaves me about 14 miles for the last day. So I think I'm still going to stick with the original plan and take the extra night out here and just enjoy what the trail has to offer. All right, good night.